everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Angie and in today's video I'm going to be showing you a few pieces from my wardrobe. So my preferred style of dressing is sort of 1960s mod, dolly folk sort of outfits. Everything sort of mini length, knee-high boots, knee-high socks, that's kind of my aesthetic. So without further ado, let's take a look at my wardrobe. So my wardrobe has a rail. Let's start with this side of my closet. I've got all my mini skirts. So we've got sort of this checkered one. It's got zips. I've got this another black and white tartan plaid mini. It's from the 70s. It's high-waisted and it's really pretty. I've also got this very thin, it's not see-through but it's very thin, perfect for the summer, and I love the pattern. It just screams 1960s. It's not from the 60s, it's modern, but it really goes with the whole sort of 60s aesthetic. I've got two purple 1960s inspired tops. They're not vintage, but I still love them. I've also got this 60s original mini dress. It's absolutely beautiful and it fits me so well. And with these kinds of baby doll sort of dresses, even though they're short sleeved, you can put a cardigan and tights or knee-high socks or boots with them, and they look really nice for autumn or winter. This next one is this absolutely gorgeous, very short. It's a micro mini, so you really have to be careful when you wear it. It's this beautiful mini dress and it's got these amazing sleeves. It's got this sort of corset detail. I really love this dress. So it's very iconic to the 1960s with these sort of decorative buttons down here, the A-line silhouette, obviously the very short hemline, and the colour is striking. So this next one is probably my favourite dress. I'd say my favourite, but it's more like my most worn dress. So I paired it with this vintage cardigan. It's hand knitted, it's got these gorgeous buttons and it's got a lovely sort of trim here. And the dress is this gorgeous 1960s original crochet dress. I feel like I'm wearing something that took time and effort and someone put their heart into making it. That's why I love wearing something that's been crocheted, and also I find it very comfortable. I wear this dress with this belt because I feel like it gives it a very earthy folk sort of look to it. However, this dress I got from a supplier when I started trading in vintage, and I didn't think to examine each piece, and there's all these holes at the back, but I don't really mind. My hair's long, it kind of covers most of it, and I mean that's kind of the risk with vintage, that something might have a hole or a stain that just you can't fix it. And the beauty of it is that it's survived all these decades. That's why we want to wear it, because we appreciate that style. It's a 1960s original dress. It's black and white, gorgeous micro mini. It's got this bow at the front here and the bow flaps down, but I'm thinking in the past it actually used to be connected up here so that it is more clear that it's a bow. So this one is probably my favorite jacket. It's from the 60s. It's got this amazing colour, really kind of over the top colour. I love these kind of colours. A lot of 1960s jackets can also be worn as dresses when you button them up. People like Sharon Tate. Sharon Tate was sort of known for not really going for the bright psychedelics or the bright bold mod colours. She kind of tended to go for more muted tones like these ones. Yeah, I love this jacket, absolutely love it, and it fits me really nicely. So I've also got accessories. I like to wear hats. You can wear this with sort of any outfit just to give that little bit of, ooh, who is she vibe. This one is a little vintage beret and it's beautiful. It's cream, sort of off-white, and I got it in a vintage shop. I wanted to show you guys. So next I wanted to show you guys my scarves. I have a lot of scarves. This one is probably my most worn scarf. So it's got these wonderful sort of blue and green patterns, and I wear it either like this around my neck or like this. My second favourite scarf is this sort of brown cream funky looking scarf. And I also have this blue scarf. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's got these wonderful flowers on it. I love the shade of blue. It's a pastel kind of blue. Goes with my eyes. And now I'm going to show you my shoes. So starting with the boots, I have a pair of these purple vintage boots. I'm not sure what decade they're from, but they are suede, and I think they might be from the 90s. I'm not sure. They're low heel, so these are kind of my everyday shoes for the winter and autumn. And they're purple, which is super unique, and I love these. Next we have my white go-go boots. These are sort of my going out boots. I don't tend to wear them very often because the heel is very high and my feet are very sensitive. And I love these. These I got from eBay. These are 1960s reproduction boots. They have a black sole and they're white, knee-high. One of my more recent purchases are these 60s/70s original vintage shoes. They are suede. They have a zipper here, and I do need to clean them. They're looking a bit murky, but I really like the colour. They are sort of tan, light brown, and the heel is quite comfortable. They fit my feet very perfectly. I have very wide feet, so finding vintage shoes in particular is quite hard because people for some reason tended to have very petite feet. I have the sort of average foot size. What am I talking about, my feet? Yeah. So these are actually my favourite shoes. These are 1960s original Mary Janes. They are sort of in this off-white ivory colour. I think that they did used to be white, but over time they yellowed a lot. But I don't mind, because unless you wear them with white tights or socks, you can't really tell that they're not white. And they have a low heel. They're so comfortable, probably as comfortable as wearing trainers. And they have a lovely bow here. They have a black sole. I love Mary Jane shoes. They are hugely iconic to the 1960s, so they are perfect if you want to create those kind of looks. Next I've got these vintage 80s 90s loafers. Once again, they have a low heel. It's a block heel, so it's very comfortable when you walk, and they've got these lovely details on the front. So next I've got some glitter boots. These are not vintage, these are modern, however they do have that vintage sort of style to them. And finally I have these quite worn out now shoes originally from Primark, and they're just these black sort of Oxford style shoes. You can pair them with trousers or skirts because they tend to go together well. And that concludes my vintage wardrobe tour. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you want to, you can subscribe. You don't have to, but it would be nice. And I hope to make more vintage related content here on YouTube, and take a look at my Etsy shop if you like. I sell a lot of 60s, mainly 60s vintage pieces, and if you like what you saw, you probably would like my shop. I will see you in the next video.